Hi guys, I'm Laura Madden. I just wanted to pop in your feed today and say happy Earth Day. Not only is today Earth Day, but it's also the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. And I felt called to just share a little bit about why this is so important to me. And if you follow me at all here, then it's no surprise that I'm a bit of an eco nut. And I'm a sustainable fashion advocate. I'm also a major fashion lover, but and that will never change. But my love of fashion and my love of shopping and getting dressed, it could not ever come at the expense of the environment. And interestingly, it was just about 5 years ago I found out that my love of fashion was coming at the expense of the environment and a whole lot of people out there, meaning the garment workers and factories all over the world that make our clothes. So I won't go too far down the rabbit hole of how I came to my sustainability journey. I've always been, pretty serious about the environment. Even as a little kid, I was really conscious of conserving water and not using too much water. And I was conscious of, shutting off lights when I left the room. And I knew that our electricity was a valuable entity. It was a valuable resource, and I never took that for granted. Always been a fashion lover. Again, it was just about 5 years ago I watched a documentary called The True Cost, which totally turned my world upside down. And my dirty little secret, or my guilty little pleasure, which was shopping rather excessively, which I thought, it's just shopping. It's not hurting anyone. After watching that documentary, I realized that it actually was hurting a lot of people. Unfortunately, the fashion industry is one of the biggest polluting industries of the planet. And there are garment workers all over the world that they're just, basically they're getting screwed. And so the fashion world needs to change. And I know this isn't common knowledge, so I hate to come in and be the bearer of bad news, but my purpose is sharing inspiration and sharing, a solution of how we can merge sustainability and style, and we can. And I try and do that every single day in the content that I share here and on my blog, the Refashioned Report. I also, as a result of this, social distancing, home isolation period we're all experiencing right now, a new IG live series was birthed, and I call it Refashioned Talk Live. Refashioned is my word for how we can reinvent and reimagine our relationship to fashion. It's something that I'm in the process of doing every single day. And so on my IG Live series, I just get on and I talk about our relationship to fashion. And I talk about sustainability as it relates to fashion. And I talk about style as it relates to self-esteem, and how we can use clothes to feel good, how we can use clothes to do good for the environment. So I hope you will join me on those talks. I'm doing them 2 days a week right now, Monday and Fridays at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please send me your questions. A lot of what I talk about on there is dictated by the questions that people send me, and it's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate the thoughtful comments and feedback that's coming in. But more than anything, I want to offer some type of upliftment, if that's a word, inspiration, but also kind of like education and entertainment during this time when we're all pretty much stuck at home. So send me your questions or suggestions on topics. If there's anything that you'd like me to touch on and talk about, even something that might relate to my life with sustainability and style and how I bring those two things together. In a nutshell, what I really want to say is that we as consumers have so much power in how this fashion industry, how this all plays out, how it all goes. Every choice is a vote. Every dollar we spend is a vote. Our voice is a vote. So please, more important now than ever, it is election year. I've also been talking a bit about my encouragement to get out there and vote. Make sure you're registered, vote, and vote. I do hope people will vote consciously and thoughtfully, because I feel like we're on the brink of change. I really do. I feel it. I feel like so much of it is in our hands. But when it comes to fashion and the fashion industry, so much of it is in our hands. For me, I guess my antidote to feeling horribly guilty about over-consuming fashion for so many years is secondhand shopping, buying pre-loved clothing, because there is nothing more sustainable or anything better you could do for the planet, fashion speaking, than shopping secondhand. The resources have already been used, so we're essentially maximizing those resources. We are reducing waste, we're keeping clothing from eventually ending up in landfill, and we're slowing down that demand on the fashion industry to produce faster, cheaper clothing. Yes, good stuff. So that is how I fell in love with secondhand fashion. And if you follow me at all in here, I post a lot of 100% used looks, because a lot of the clothes that I buy today, it's 100% used. And I'm really proud of that, because I don't feel like my style is suffering any. I'm having a ton of fun, and I can shop with a clean conscience. So I hope you will consider secondhand shopping. It is the most sustainable fashion today. And it works for me. I know it doesn't work for everyone, but it works for me. So if you have questions about that, I hope you'll DM me. And again, I talk a lot about that on my IG Live series, Refashioned Talk. I talk about it on my blog, Refashion Report. So if you like my style and you really care about the environment, I hope you'll check out my website, IamLauraMadden.com. I hope you'll follow me here on this Instagram at IamLauraMadden. And I also hope you'll join me on my art page, where I do 100% upcycled art, and I sell my art, so I hope you will take a look. It's a very new thing for me, but just not even a year ago, I decided to brand my art. It's another way for me to express myself and merge, this conversation of sustainability and style, and how we can create a stylish and also a sustainable lifestyle for ourselves. So join me on at Refashioned Art. That is my art page, and I'm having fun. And again, I don't feel like I'm sacrificing anything by, shopping and consuming in a more sustainable fashion. So I hope you will join me. I hope you will at least consider joining me. Just kind of open that door, even just a crack. I'm having fun. I guarantee it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be a struggle, and it definitely does not have to feel like sacrifice. So please vote with your dollars, vote with your voice, talk about, especially here on social media, it's free. We all have access to it if we have the internet, if we have a phone, if we have a computer. Voice what is important to you. So thanks, guys. I hope you enjoy this beautiful Earth Day. I hope you take part in Fashion Revolution Week. I'm posting a lot about it on my stories this week. Lots of resources, a lot of smart people out there doing really great things. Outside of me, that's for sure. And I'm sharing a lot of it on my story, so I hope you'll take advantage of that. And again, don't hesitate to DM me if you have questions or concerns, or if you have topic suggestions that you would love for me to talk or share more about. So I'll see you guys later. I hope you're well. I hope you have the luxury to stay home right now, and I hope you are staying healthy. Bye-bye.